ちら。他のギルドに入ったら許さないからにゃ。
猫？今日の仕事はこれだ。
バレなきゃいいんだよね。このクエストを受けたいんだけど。ノーノーノー、ソーリー、今日はもう閉まってる。え、まだ朝の10時じゃ。これで安心して飲める。
おい、仕事しろ。
もうダメ。oridays.
Hey friends, how are you all doing? It's been a while. Hope you're all doing okay. Let me know if the audio is okay. It's been a while since I streamed. And yeah, thanks for joining in today. Today's just a chill chatting stream. And yeah, and it's also my birthday today, and I just wanted to have a chat and catch up with and share some updates with what's been happening in the guild and all that. Happy birthday! Thank you so much. Where are you all coming? Where are you all watching from? Let me know in the chat as well. Where are you watching from? Because I know we have quite a international audience. Hello, yeah, it's been 11 months. It's only been 1 month. Happy birthday, Ari. Thank you. Thanks for joining in. Yeah. Okay, and oh, and I also see US, and I also see some Japanese folks maybe. 今日は雑談だけ雑談していきます。And Germany. Hello, it's been a long time. Hey, thanks for joining in. Indonesia. Selamat malam, I think. My Indonesian's really bad. I speak Japanese and English mainly. China, Koa. Awesome. And yeah, today I just wanted to share also some. We have a new background in the guild, so that was like the first announcement I had to share today. And so I'll show you what it looks like. Ready for it? What do you guys think? Pretty awesome, right? We finally got an Adventurers Guild, a proper guild background. And that's not all. We also have a desk and a chair. So Ira's finally sitting in the reception. I'm finally an actual guild master. And I can finally welcome you to the Adventurers Guild. Hi Ari, I love your channel. Thank you. Is the audio a bit low? I can pull it up. Is it, let me know, is it the mic that's low or if it's the BGM is low? Let me know that. Our mic didn't open while you're talking. That's because you're looking at the wrong thing. Because yeah, look at the cat. Yeah, and also there's a tablet version of this. And this lovely background was drawn by Keira. I'll link to their Twitter in the chat. Gonna check it out. And it's this lovely artist. Check them out. They're a lovely background artist, and they did such a great job with this guild background. And they were also very open to ideas, and we had a bit of like back and forth, like, hey, maybe this would be cool, and it turned out great. I love it. Hope you guys like it too. The mic's low? I can pull it up. Give me 1 second. How's this? Does this sound any better? Let me know if this sounds better or if it's too loud. Happy birthday! Thanks DDown97 for the super chat. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Hello, happy birthday. I really like your art videos and guides. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching it. I hope you find it helpful. Always joyful. Let me know if there's a quest to explore some dungeon. Yeah, that'd be fun. Really sign up for the guild. Most are already. You're already at the guild. This is the rest session. Welcome. And there are already quests in the videos. I hope you guys been doing the big, you know, the 7 quests? It's in one of my videos. I'm actually wondering if you guys are actually doing it and who's up to what quest. I'm really curious if someone's actually completed all 7 quests, because in my mind when I was making it, that would maybe take you 6 months at least. If you're doing it more casually, maybe a year. It's like a plan. I wanted to make like a beginner plan for learning drawing. But I'm always curious because I get some people like tagging me or like you know, like commenting me on Twitter, sharing their art progress, which is always nice to see. I love it. I was like, oh yeah, cool. And they're like, hey, I did the quest and I got better. And it's such a joy to see that. Oh, I'm always happy to see that. Yeah. Oh, and the usual background, this original guild background we have is made by Jack. I'll also link it. I didn't get to share their Twitter last time we streamed. So this is the usual overlay. And there's also like the chat bar and all that you're seeing here. That's made by Jack here, non turtle. And they're gonna also help me make the I'm also working with them to design like chat. So like, you know, like the chat text in the chat box on here and the top left of the screen. I'm working with him to design like a custom one, and I'm hoping to make it look really nice and cool. It's like, I'm hoping for like a game theme design as well, since we have like the chat box, right? It looks like a game chat box, like an RPG game chat box, the fantasy game. And I'm hoping you can like have like the chat message to be something like that as well. So that'd be really cool. You inspired me to start the art journey. Thanks a lot. Glad to hear that. Enjoy the art journey. It's fun. Happy birthday to you too. I know there's some other people with it. お誕生日おめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。今日は雑談していくだけ。ゆっくりしてください。なんかあまり日本語で喋ってないので、なんか慣れてないっていうか、久しぶりに日本語喋ってますね。Thank you. So I'll sometimes talk in Japanese because I think there's I think like this, like we have quite a few number of Japanese viewers for the guild for this channel. So sometimes we'll have Japanese people popping in, and maybe I'll speak a bit Japanese as well. How many of you guys speak or are learning Japanese? I'm actually curious because Japanese is a cool language to learn, especially if you do anime art. I think we all love it. It's like such a cool thing. I think we're all actually inspired by like the Japanese anime, and maybe we pick up a few words, right? When we watch and all that. Don't make me break out Google Translate. Google Translate. There was a time when, so back in uni, I studied Japanese, of course. And I also studied a bit of Chinese. And I had no one to practice Chinese with, right? So what I did was I learned my Chinese pronunciation through Google Translate, and then it was really bad. It was like ni hao ma whatever, right? And then the Chinese professor, when he was marking my my speaking exam, the feedback I got was, "Hey, your grammar's really good, but you sound like a robot. You sound like Google Translate." I'm like, I wonder where that came from. そうですね。すごい日本語上手ですね。ありがとうございます。もう発音がなんかね、もう何年も喋ってないので、日本語発音がめちゃくちゃになったねっていうか、なんかね、もう悪化してるだけ。本当にもっと喋りたいよね。でもあまり喋り相手がいなくて、もうなんか毎日英語しか使わなくて。もうスピーキングが辛いわ。Intermediate Japanese, beginner on speaking. Oh, nice. Learning it right now. Japanese is fun. Understand like half the language. It's cool language. Half the language is pretty big. That's awesome. I'm learning it, but not good. I'm also learning Japanese. I'm watching Lobster. I'm also learning Japanese for like 5 years or so. The quest is in the it's in the video on my channel, and it's like if I wanted to learn anime art in 2025, it's something like that. There's like 7 quests you can do, and that one's for beginners. 何年も喋ってないように見えないです。 ありがとうございます。なんかね、本当に、もう何年っていうか、なんかね、前喋ったのはいつだっけ本当に。何ヶ月前かな本当に少ないんで。本当に。まあ、たまに時々配信するときは、日本語で喋りたいな。本当に。練習のためには。Hey Guildmaster, what's going to be our next quest or video? There's a next video coming out. I've already recorded it, and it's in editing right now. Editing takes the most time. I've always get the videos done, it's scripted, and all the stuff done, and the editing takes half the time as well. So there's a new video coming out. Look forward to it. It'll be out around the end of the month, I think. Look forward to it. It's gonna be a fun video. The only thing that's breaking me is the grammar. Yeah, Japanese grammar. At first there might be a lot, but it's like fundamentals, right? In art, like perspective and all that. Once you learn it, you can use it for anything. And then after that, it's just learning vocab. It's like, okay, now, if you think of it like art, right? The grammar is like perspective. Oh, these are the rules of 1 point perspective, 2 point. And that's like the particles in Japanese and all that, right? But once you do that, then you just have to learn the subject matter. It says, okay, I can draw, I know the fundamentals. Now I just need to draw cat, dog, human. And that's the vocab in learning Japanese. なんかね、日本語の視聴者に聞きたいんですけど、英語、僕はなんか結構英語で喋ってるんだけど、英語もわかりますか？なんかすごい気になってるけど、でもなんかバイリングな方が多いの印象が僕がします。っていうか、ちょっと気になります。もし日本の方がいたら。Hi, Ari. Hello. Yeah, when you're first learning, Google Translate is great for helping you learn. Anime is a great way to passively absorb. I was really good at Japanese at school when I was in like high school. I was really good at it because I watched a lot of anime. Like I had like my friends were asking me, why are you so good at Japanese? Like, it's like, do you get like, I don't know, like, do you speak it every day, something like that? I'm like, no. It's like I just watch anime, a lot of anime. Yeah, I was going to talk about the Vtuber because I also haven't announced it in my channel. I made a post, but not everyone sees the post and all that. So we'll get to it. Today's just a chill talking stream anyway, so that'll be one of the topics. Hello, I'm new here. Welcome. Video on how you get work from Japanese companies. Yeah, there'll be like a video on how to get work in general. That's a video I've yet to make, and I'll think about it. It'll be funny to see if I can make a framework, because I like when I make the tutorials and videos, I always like to make frameworks so it'll be easy to learn and digest. So it's something I have to make. 動画だったら字幕でわかります。あ、よかった。英語ちょっとしかわからない。なんか、英語難しいよね。本当に。日本人の友達と喋るときは、まあみんな、英語のスピーキングっていうか、スピーキングはむずい感じですね。本当に。例えばアメリカの映画見ると、会話がめちゃくちゃ早くて聞き取れないことが友達がいつも言ってますね。Where does Ori usually stream? I usually stream here because I don't have a separate. I'm thinking I want to stream more definitely in the future. I find it really fun, and I like it's also like practice as well. Like what's great about learning art is that the way to learn art teaches you how to learn a lot of things, whether it's like getting good at a game or like learning Japanese or like even like streaming. I think streaming is a skill. Everything's a skill, and I always find it fun to learn and level up at it. But yeah, I'm thinking I want to keep this channel mainly on art. So if I happen to like stream games, maybe it'll be on a separate channel. Because I know most people are here. I mean, we all love art here. And maybe I want to focus mainly on art. Maybe we'll have some occasional side stuff. But I think this channel, I think I'll keep it as mainly art. I'll think of it in the future though, because I'm not too sure. Because I know also YouTube channels or maybe it's the algorithm, how it works. They prefer if you have one main topic, and then usually, I don't know how, maybe it'll change, so I'll have to look at that. But yeah, for now it's here. I just came in here. Maybe the question was already asked, but any news on the drawing course? I'm working on it every day. It's my main priority right now. I'm like turning down everything so I can work on it and make it great. But I can tell you that it'll be released within this year. Like I'll get it done this year. I've made really good progress on it, but yeah, it's not done yet. So I really can't say it because I want to get it done and then I want to revise the thing so it makes it better. You know how when you make a drawing, then you give it a day and then you kind of look back at this is how I can make it better and all that. And that's what I want to do with the course. Except there's just a lot of lessons in the course. There's like 100 or something. Yeah. 字幕なしで分かるように頑張ります。頑張ってください。日本語で喋るのはめちゃくちゃ難しいですよね。もっと喋りたいな。Ori, you're my favorite YouTuber. Hey, thanks. Happy to hear that. Best is to make another channel. Yeah, that's the impression I get as well. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. まあ、字幕なしでも多分、まあ少しはわかると思いますね。たまになんか、特に画像とかがあったらわかりやすいかもしれないんですよね。100 lessons. Yeah, I'm not sure about the other details yet, so because it's not done. Maybe it's not done, but yeah, I'll have more to share. And yeah, so maybe we'll get on to the first announcement. Hold on. I know that we usually want to change the text at the top, right? Quest text. Let's change this to what happened with the Vtuber election. Okay, so for those of you that have not seen, oh, and I think I missed, there was someone that super chatted. Sorry, did I miss you? Happy birthday from Vietnam. Thanks. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Du Quang? Thanks, Du Quang. Sorry, did I miss you? With the Vtuber election, the text is like, whatever. Let's, in case you missed the post, the results are out. It was meant to be released at the end of June, but they released it quite a few weeks early. So it was already been out for a few weeks, and I made a post a few weeks back. So just in case you didn't see it, I'll show you the results. Let me just open the page. Give me 1 second. Oh, wrong one. Is it the same? There we go. Okay, so the results are out, and thanks to all of you, grand prize is, we got it. I got the grand prize thanks to all of you. Oridays in the grand prize. Congratulations to Oridays for winning the grand prize. And yeah, so the prizes is that I'll be working on them for some video projects. And what's more sooner that's gonna happen is that, first of all, they've already reached out to me. So the first one here is the outboard digital billboard placement on Akihabara's Radicon Vision. So your humble guildmaster will be appearing in Akihabara in Japan on a billboard. I did not expect to be on a billboard in Japan. Let's just being honest. I did not expect this to happen ever. ですね、先月ぐらい、2ヶ月ぐらい、サンリオの新しい創作プラットフォームにて、次来る VTuber 英語編のイベントがあって、そして僕は、受賞しましたね。最優秀賞で、その報酬としては、なんとですね、その秋葉原のラジカンビジョンで、なんと、出ます。そのラジカンの、広告っていうか、そのラジカンビジョンの 出ます。うん。本当に思ったことないことが起きてる。本当に。一生こういうことが起こるとは思ってなかった。So yeah, I did not expect it. Like I've drawn art that's being used for like advertisements in like trucks, whatever. So, but I did not expect for me myself to be appearing on like advertisements. Yeah, so yeah, we did it. Yeah, thanks. It was all thanks to you. Like again, this was a vote, right? Where was the voting? Like the final voting, you guys did awesome. Like this isn't the final count, but you guys like supported like crazy. Thanks a lot. This is amazing. I'm grateful. But yeah, so I did not expect myself to be appearing in a digital ad. I expected my art maybe to be appearing for ads, but not myself. And this is, I didn't expect it, but yeah, it's very interesting and it's quite exciting. So bringing a billboard. ですね. Next one is that they've also I'll be working with Brave Group US for launching official merchandise. So they actually already contacted me for the merchandise. And yeah, so we've just talked a bit about like, you know, introductions and all that, and about soon I think we'll start talking about more of the details. And if there's any, let me know if there's like any merchandise that you prefer to see. I know people probably want art related stuff, which should be cool. So I'll probably bring that up when I talk to them. But oh yeah, and Brave Group, in case you didn't know, Brave Group is actually a really big or like massively growing VTuber group. I don't know if people in the West understood it and know about it. So I'll just pull up the website. And like, so let's see. They're like, it's not like Hololive or Niji Sanji, how they work. It's like I don't know the word to pronounce it. I don't know how. It's like, maybe someone who knows business better than I do can explain what it is, like this company structure. But they're like the head of many groups. So maybe, you know, like Himehina from Japanese VTuber, like they're quite big as well, and they're part of it. They're part of like VSPO. They have like Idol, which is from the EN VTuber world. So like they're like ahead of like many VTuber groups. Yeah, they're like a VTuber group, but they're growing like really big, and they've like recently joined or merged with like HAL Japan, which is apparently really big in Japan. So apparently Japanese people, they're quite prominent in Japan, but I'm not sure how people, you guys, we in the West, if they're still growing there or they're very well known. But yeah, so I'll be working with them to make some official merch, which will be interesting. Yeah, parent company, that might be the right word. Parent company. How old are you turning today? I'm 1 year demon cat year old, or maybe it's a million years demon cat years old. Demon cat years, I don't know how to translate that. Happy birthday, thank you. なんかね、そしてその報酬としては、この Brave Group という、VTuber グループかな、その日本の VTuber グループかな、と、なんかなんと、正式なグッズ出ます。なんか作ります。報酬としては。なんかね、Brave Group は日本ではかなり、大きい会社そうかな。なんか多分英語圏ではまだと思いますが、でも日本ではかなり広がっているそうかな、その会。で、なんか VSPO とかがその Brave Group のこのなんていうかその会社に入ってる指揮官に入ってるそういう感じで、その Brave Group の US で一緒にそのなんかグッズ作ります。この oridays の本当に、思ったことがないことが起きてるでも嬉しい。But yeah, so merch is happening and we'll be discussing that. Ori Ira plush? Yeah, a plush might be cool. And maybe some drawing sketchbook. Do you guys want a sketchbook? Maybe that'll be pretty cool. Are you guys, I'm actually wondering, do you guys draw traditionally or digitally? I get the impression that people who are part of the guild here, or like watch, you know, I say guild, it's like watch the channel. It's like you guys draw digitally is my impression, but let me know, like, do you guys draw traditionally or digitally? I'm like all digital these days. I used to sketch a bit on paper, but I've basically completely turned digital. And that's like 15 to 16 in human years. I don't know, like demon cat years, yeah. A million demon cat years old. Or maybe it's just like 1 year old since I became a VTuber 1 year ago. So maybe I'm 1 year old demon cat. Sketchbook, digital 95%. Medium-sized VTuber company. Naruhodo. I draw traditional 1 layer stillion. Yeah, traditional is like you only have 1 layer. If you make mistake, cry. Digital 90, 10 traditional. Yeah, mostly digital. It's just so convenient to do digital. As well for anime art. Like digital is really nice for anime art. But it's not that you can't do it. It's traditionally. Like sketching, should beginners start paper or digital? If you're a complete beginner, just grab paper pencil, don't overthink it. And if you want to pursue it more, it's fun to get a tablet. It's not that expensive these days. You can get a really nice tablet for quite a decent, actually pretty cheap actually. The first tablet I ever got came with my computer back when I was in high school, I think, and it was so bad. It was like Vista tablet or something, and it was so bad. It had like no pen pressure sensitivity. It was like a mouse that was shaped like a pen. These days, like even the cheap tablets you get are like kick-ass. It's really, really good. 誕生日おめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。今日は雑談するだけ。して今はイベントの報酬について語っています。その買ったイベントについて。Happy birthday. Thank you. Okay, and yeah, so I'll think about it. I'll talk to them about like the art related merch, and I'll talk to them and all that. And it's like, I know like in the US, like tariffs is currently a thing, right? So we'll have to see how that goes as well. Because I know like tariffs is really going crazy and unpredictable. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be okay by the time the goods are made and are out. Okay. Oh yeah, and before I forget, congrats as well to the people who won my fan art awards. So first of all, remember part of this event was that people who posted fan art can also win like awards, the art awards. Unfortunately, we didn't get any from us. I don't know. Yeah, so unfortunately we didn't get any from us, the special awards for the art. But I did give out my fan art awards. And in case you didn't see it, I'll put it up here. One sec. There you go. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong tweet. 1 second. Here we go. So the peak award, for in case you missed the price line, peak award goes to Ping, who made this lovely art. And yeah, I thought this was really nice, like a lot of storytelling in this one. There was so many, by the way, there was so many great entries. I had so much trouble picking winners. I never knew how hard judging an art competition was. And now I know how hard it is because there are so many lovely There's so much good art. You guys did so wonderful, and I love seeing. Again, I saw all of the art, and I commented on a lot of them as well, as you probably noticed. And it was hard to pick just one, but yeah, this one was great. 30 Days Challenge Award went to Yola Arts. Yola Arts did amazing. They did all 30 very consistently, and they even like did illustrations for half of them, which is awesome. And I saw it's like they put a lot of effort, so I thought they did great. So congratulations, Yola Arts, for this one. And also congratulations to everyone else who did the 30 Days Challenge. That's not an easy feat. Like, that's quite hard for anyone who tried it. That's quite hard. So congrats. Like, even if you didn't win the fan art prize, you did great, because again, the biggest prize you won, which is that you managed to do this incredible challenge, which is just amazing. How long will you stream today, Ori? I'm not sure. I'm just kind of here to chat a bit, have some fun. We'll see how it goes. And Team Player Award went to Darth. This was randomly picked from all the people who gave likes. So the Team Player Award was for the people who liked everything, and this was just random. And all the prizes have also been given. So I've already recorded the feedback video for everyone, for all these 3 people. And if you guys are in the chat and you're okay for me to like share what the feedback video was about, then we can share it with everyone. If you're not here, don't worry about it. We can keep it as your special prize. Yeah, and thanks again to everyone for participating and showing your support. Really appreciate it. And I'm glad that a lot of people said they had a lot of fun participating. Like, this is an interesting event, and I think it was a great. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being able to see your art, because I make like these art videos, right? And I never get to see your art. so sometimes it's like, it feels like I'm making videos, but it's like, who's actually watching it? And it's great that to do this video, I'm like, hey, I can see all of your wonderful art. And also for the people who just liked and like showed the support in the comments, like, it was really nice to be able to get interact more with all of you. And one of the great things is that I am, because you know, I see all of your art and all that. I recognize your names in the chat now, and when you comment, I'm like, hey, I know you, I remember you. I recognize your names, so it's great. It's like, I really know who I'm talking to now. I respect the boxes guy. Yeah. Very memorable. The guy who made boxes a meme. The boxes guy, he put in the work. Yeah. Yeah. I finally cracked your stream. Welcome. Congrats. さっきのはですね、そのイベントの仕組みは、その投票の仕組みなんですけど、その一票はファンアートで投票するということで、前に動画出したんですけど、その僕もその個人的に賞を与えましたね。で、買った人にそのなんていうか、その個別フィードバック動画を撮りました。プレゼントとして。Can you set the girl on fire? Why would you set Ire on fire? Ire does not deserve to be put on fire. So random. Yeah. Okay. How do I know about these challenges? This was a Caraforia, the one that held the Vtuber event, right? They held the event, and I just randomly decided to participate, and I thought it'd be cool as well to see your art. So I thought that would be cool to do together. And it also happened to be like part of the 200,000 subscriber thing. I'm like, hey, this would be memorable to do. So it's not something we do regularly. Awesome. So that was the VTuber event. Oh yeah, and the phase 2 art, I didn't get to spotlight it, but I loved it. Like, the phase 2 art was amazing. Absolutely loved it. Yeah. Okay. Where can you enter art competitions? I mean, you can look online. There's lots of places you can find online, right? So like, I think Caraferry is doing some of this fan art stuff, but the biggest ones, or the main ones, Sometimes, you know, like this gacha games. Sometimes they put stuff on their Twitter, and they sometimes hold their own like local events. But the ones you'll find is often in Pixiv. But Pixiv, the ones in Pixiv, lots of people participate in them, so there'll be more competition. But you'll find the ones from like major games. They usually do it on Pixiv, and there's also other platforms as well. I think you can just Google search. Discord server. Yeah, I'll think about it. It's like I don't have enough, like I don't have time to manage a Discord server. It's too hard for me to do alone. A community or space, a guild space. Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, I know some people asked about it, but the biggest problem is my time as well. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Other stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, so I wanted to also talk about, let me just change the topic. I wanted to talk about what I've been learning. So maybe I'll just talk and share what I've been learning or what I've been up to. What? Been learning. Oh, it doesn't fit in the box. It'll just be chatting then. Chatting. I've recently been learning a bit more about perfectionism. it's annoying for me, but perfectionism. So, do you guys like? How many of you guys struggle with perfectionism as well? Maybe it's with art, or maybe it's something else. It's like I found like perfectionism props up in some places in my life, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. And sometimes it's good because it's like high standards. But I'm interested to know how many of you guys tend to struggle with perfectionism. Like, for me, it's like I end up spending more time on like maybe drawing on art or like making a video or something. It's like when sometimes it's hard to tell between high standards and perfectionism as like a disease. But yeah, me. You cannot Ira manage the Discord. AFK Ira bot. she's skipping work, literally skipping work, so she has like an AI Discord bot to like manage the mods. Yeah. It's like a Discord server can be tough. If you do it, you need reliable mods. Yeah, that's my thought as well. Yeah, perfectionism, music, art, really like everything every time. Yep. Control Z 100 times or some lines. I feel you. Happy birthday, Ori Sensei. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. The Discord will be doomed with Ira in charge. Literally AFK botting. Yeah, perfectionism. I think it's like you overthink it and you don't share art. That's another problem, isn't it? I feel you. Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, with art. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, with art, strangely, because I'm a full beginner, I don't feel as much as other things. Yeah, that can be a good great thing. I also find if I have like the beginner mindset, it's like I'm a beginner, whatever, right? That can actually help, and everyone can use like the learner mindset, which is like I'm just doing this for learning or practicing. But sometimes when you're like taking it really seriously, and maybe you want to make a good social media post, right, and grow a following, whatever, right, or you want to make a good portfolio piece, and there's like stakes. Stakes are very high. Ira is a ChatGPT user. That'll be interesting to have. Ooh, I don't know if I want to. You know, because I know there's like Nero-sama, right? The ChatGPT VTuber, the AI VTuber person who's like linked up. I don't know them very well, but my impression is they're hooked up to ChatGPT. Oh, and it's funny enough, we shared the same dad because the same rigger. So Nero-sama and me and Ira here have the same dad, the same rigger. So imagine if we hook up Ira to ChatGPT as well, that'll be funny. Yeah. Always too scared to spice out online. For that one, my advice is think of it as feedback, and it just gets you feedback to learn better, especially if you're a beginner and just learning. Yeah. But the thing I've been learning with perfectionism is that I think it can be good if it's like high standards, right? So it's like quality control. So I made a tweet the other day. I'll share you the tweet. I was thinking a lot about it and felt like the tweet resonated with some people, and I feel it might be worth sharing here. Let me find it. Yeah, this was the tweet. Perfectionism is fear of other people's opinions disguised as quality control. I was thinking a lot about this, right? I wonder if this resonates with people. Like, because it feels like we do it as quality control, but deep down we're kind of scared of what other people think. Or it becomes like you're scared of doing bad work, right? But the reason you're scared of doing bad work is because other people will think something of it, whether it's like, oh, this person doesn't draw well, or maybe it's embarrassing, right? So then it's like, I feel like the root of perfectionism is actually other people's opinions. And yeah, this was kind of like the conclusion I had about perfectionism. Like, quality control can be good. Definitely can be good because it makes you do better. But not everything is needed, right? You don't need to quality control every single thing. It's like in life, imagine you quality control how well you pour your water in the cup. It's like, oh, it needs to be perfect when this parabolic trajectory at perfect 270 degrees to pour this water. And when you boil it, it needs to be perfectly 97 degrees Celsius weather, right? It's like, there's a degree to it. Actually scared of what other people think. Yeah, it's other people's opinions that hold us back, isn't it? And like, I feel like, how should I say it? When it's driven by high standards and it's because we want to do better, I think it can be pretty good. But if it's driven by fear, especially fear of other people's opinions, I feel that's where we get stuck in a rut for perfectionism. That's like my thought. Happy birthday. Thank you. But yeah, so it's like, I thought about it as well a bit more, and it's like, let's see. I think the people who fall most into this are like people who want to do really well, right? If you want to perform really well doing something, like maybe make a good art piece, I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and then you start to overthink things, and then you start to become scared of what other people think of the art, or how maybe it's like, oh, if you do bad art, maybe they'll think you're, I don't know, like low performing person, whatever, right? But it's like, first of all, it's just like, one of the solutions I thought was like having a learning mindset. It's like, you're just here to learn, and that's really it, because you never stop learning. You'll always be better. So if you use art as an example, right? You'll always be better with more practice, with more hours put in, with more art you make. You'll literally just be better. So it's like, you're always learning. In that sense, you're always learning, and a single piece that you make doesn't define who you are. It's like a single piece, you kind of have to see it through your whole art journey, right? Let's say over 10 years, that single piece you make right now is just a single dot on that graph, and you see like this dot going up, right? Because you're just improving with practice. So it's like, oh, it's just a single dot on the plane. And like, if you're, for the people who's like trying to make a good portfolio piece, or like trying to do a good art piece for social media, and like for the people who's taking art a bit more seriously, a bit more professionally, I think like thoughts I had about it was like, there are check boxes that need to be ticked for performance. For anime art, it tends to be like the face, the hands, and the focal points, and maybe like the mood lighting, like just the big things. It's like, but I think if you get the face, if you draw the face well, it solves like 80% of your problems, because people usually look at the face as the first thing, and they judge how well the rest of the art is by the face. If you don't draw the face well, they won't even look at the rest of the art. So the face is like one of the checkboxes you need to tick, and you can have high standards on that. But other than the face, the hands, because people look at hands. And what was the other one? What was the third one I said? Maybe like the mood? Oh, focal points, yeah. The other focal points, the other things people will see. Other than that, you don't really need to perfectionize everything. I don't even know if that's a word. What percent it is. You don't need to erase every single freaking tiny line. You don't need to straighten every line. And yeah, that's just my thoughts. Because I sometimes, I was worse off earlier in my art journey. I'm obviously a lot better now. But I still have like perfectionism thoughts in my head when I draw. I'm like, oh god, that line needs to be clean, but it doesn't matter, but it needs to be clean. Anyway, so those like my random thoughts on perfectionism. Or you just keep Art silent because giving her AI power will just make her do questionable things. There must be a way to like program her so she doesn't say weird things. That'll be interesting. But yeah, that was my thoughts on it. Where do you think we should draw the line between perfectionism and just pure criticism? Criticism isn't... Yeah, so for anyone who makes... If you post anything on the internet, first of all, it's not... If you get to a certain size and you post something on the internet, you'll be bound to get criticism of some kind and form. You just have to accept it. It comes with the territory, and just let it be. It's like it's just it can sometimes happen. It depends as well. But what you need to then be able, the more important skill you need to have is to be able to differentiate between criticism and feedback, is my opinion. If someone is skilled at the thing, or maybe it's another artist, right? An artist friend of yours, and they draw decently. If they like offering some kind of feedback, take it as feedback. Like maybe it's criticism, but it's also feedback, and you can use it to learn and get better. Like, so first of all, learn between feedback and what's the difference between feedback and unhelpful criticism. And once you're able to do that, it becomes easier because you can kind of ignore the rest of it, I think. Each art posted is more EXP and you level up. Yeah, that's it. That's totally the right vibes to have. Yeah, drawing with friends can be fun. Definitely. Nobody scrolling your art is gonna zoom in at 1000% to look for your mistakes on social media. Yep. That's what I tell other people, and also what I tell myself. It's like no one's gonna freaking zoom in. Maybe your hardcore fans, maybe they'll zoom in and take the time to look at the details, but they're still not gonna zoom in at a pixel level. So don't. Okay, so when I started, I think I drew art at like, I would sometimes zoom into like a pixel level where you can see like the individual pixels in a screen. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And like, yeah, it's like so stupid trying to clean up individual pixels on the screen. It's such a waste of time. You'll soon learn it's like, oh god, this is not worth my time. But it can be sometimes hard to separate that. Ori therapy. Welcome to guild therapy. Welcome to guild therapy. Yeah, ever since I started learning art, I zoom in on everything to observe it, lol. I think that might be a beginner thing. Over time, you'll realize, yeah, it's like what I said. No one's gonna zoom in pixel by pixel, and no one's gonna take a look at it. Yeah. So yeah. So I haven't really. Maybe I'll make a video on it once my thoughts are more clear, and maybe we have like a framework for dealing with perfectionism. But I think it's like make maybe a checkbox of what. So this is specifically for people who's doing art more than a hobby and trying to do it a bit more on the professional side. But maybe it's like make a checkbox for what creates good performance in your art. And as long as you check those checkboxes, you're kind of okay. You can have high standards for that. You can kind of perfectionize and like, you know, overthink those things. But everything else you can kind of let go. And that's kind of like the 20-80 rule, right? Where you're focusing your time on what matters. Yeah. Yeah. So that was about perfectionism. Other things I've been learning is like the importance of taking breaks. So like later in the year, I'll be going to holiday to Japan for a few weeks with some friends. I'm looking forward to it. And like it's the first time I'm taking a holiday in like 7, maybe 8 years. Other than that, I've been like grinding every day. Like ever since I started art, I've just been like grinding every day and like, you know, like essentially when you turn your hobby into work, the fine line, it's like the line blends between like what's work and like what's hobby, because what you did for fun became what you do for work. And then there's like an appropriate amount of stress and responsibility that comes with it. And then yeah, and then you just end up working all the time because it's also fun and meaningful, but it's still work. in a sense. Like there's still an amount of stress once you take responsibility, like more responsibility for something. And so it's like there's a balance to be had. So it's like balancing, taking balance. Like there was an equation I learned when there's this book on, what was it? It was like a sports performance book. It's like how the best performers, athletes, whatever, grow. And they said stress plus rest equals growth. And I think that's true for art as for anything in life. Maybe it's like so specifically when it comes to like sports, or maybe you're like in the gym, it's like you stress out your muscles, then you give it rest, right? So it can grow. Because if all you do is give it stress but you don't give it rest, it can't grow because it's just damage. I don't know how much that applies to what we call knowledge work. I think we call knowledge work, right? Which is using our brains. So art falls into knowledge work. I think we can, it's not like physical stress, I feel, because, you know, it's not like our brains being torn apart like muscles do. But I think there's like mental fatigue maybe that builds up over time. And maybe if you ignore it too long, that might be what leads to like loss in motivation, or maybe art block, right? That's like by having occasional rest and like breaks and all that, you kind of stave it off and you become more sustainable in the long term. Art therapy channel. Yeah, I think about these things a lot. If Ira owned the Discord. Mods. It's like rampant AI. Ira. You can't spell Ira without AI. Ira the AI mod, like being a terrible mod and like banning everyone. Let's see. How do you feel about the gap of what makes you begin and the time that you had to put in to get to this point through your art and all? Can you explain in more detail what you mean by that? Or do you mean it's like... Yeah, I'm not sure. Can you explain your question in more detail? Our 1-year-old guildmaster finally gets a vacation. Yeah, 1-year-old guildmaster finally getting a vacation. Looking forward to it. You better enjoy the vacation. I will, but I know it's like while I'm on vacation, I'm gonna be thinking about, there's that next thing I have to do. It's like turning it off. It's not that easy, but I hope I can. Ira spamming her box art. That'll be funny. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to it. I haven't been in Japan in 10 years, maybe. No. I think the last holiday I went might have been Japan as well. Maybe it was Japan or not. I don't know how much it changed. Have you guys been to Japan before? One of the most surprising things about Japan is that it feels futuristic, and it is futuristic in some sense, and it's also not futuristic in some other sense, and that was quite surprising when I first went there. But it's a very nice country, very lovely place, great, so much things to do, and the food is so good. But yeah, one of the things is if you're like, you know, you watch anime and then you like, oh, Japan must be this sci-fi cyberpunk city with lots of tech, and then you realize, oh, it is cyberpunk sci-fi and high tech in some areas, and then in some areas it's like it's not so it's not so high tech. Yeah. Okay. And oh yeah, recently I've also started so I don't know if you guys do you guys play games? Do you guys play like gacha games? I expect like people who who like anime art also like tend to like, you know, at least like Housekeeping games, or like maybe like what other popular are there? You know like those gacha anime games. とても嬉しい。日本はいいですね。本当に楽しみ。And yeah, so recently I've been playing, I've been trying out, so I play Star Rail. That's like the one gacha game I can stick with because it has auto battle and I can do it while eating, essentially. But Cygames, if you guys know Cygames, they released a new card game, or rather it's their, they had Shadowverse, right? Their anime art card game. And then they released the continuation, the sequel to it. I didn't play the first one, but I played their old game, their original game, which is like the Rage of Bahamut. And that was the first time I saw like anime illustration art. So when I was looking at the Shadowverse, like, hey, there's like they like renewed that kind of art, and I felt like there was a lot of nostalgia. It's like it feels like I was reconnecting back to like when I first saw anime illustration, and I thought that was interesting. That was really cool. It's like motivates me to like draw more. It's like, oh, that's cool. It's like reconnecting to something. I don't know if you guys ever had that experience. Never played personally, but I like the world building of Hobbyist game. Yeah, Hobbyist is great. Starry Story is really good. Wedding Ways? Yeah, Wedding Ways, I heard great things about it. Will you be able to see yourself on the billboard in Japan? I think I will. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but I have when I saw like the planned schedule, I think I will miss it by like a few weeks or like a month. So I was like, sad. I'll just miss it. So I'll have to ask, maybe if some JP viewers see it, I'll ask them. なんかね、そのさっき話してたそのラジカンの広告に出ることなんですけど、僕はね、日本に旅行するんですけど、普通に休みとして。でもね、ラジカンに出る間とは、ちょっと、なんか、1ヶ月ぐらい離れてて、見えないんですね。もし、そのラジカンに出るときに、秋葉原にいたら、写真撮ってほしいですね。写真撮ったら、SNS でタグしてください。その Twitter、X で。僕をタグしてください。ちょっと見たいんですね。Reverse 1999? I have not played that game yet. I think I saw like the art. It looks really nice. Arc Knight still exists. Yeah, I played Arc Knights. Haven't played it in ages. But they have a nice art style. Yeah, ZZZ, Hobbyverse. I tried ZZZ on stream on this channel. It's in an honest stream. It's a great game. Really nice graphics and art style. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hi. Yeah, Star Rail's great. Genshin Impact. Yeah. I think actually Star Rail's more popular than Genshin, huh? It's interesting. Star Rail might be Hobbyverse's most popular game. I might be wrong though. But yeah. Oh, Azur Lane. Yeah, Azur Lane's been out for a while, right? It's been a thing for a while, right? Ori, will you make a game? I'm interested. Like, I actually want, like, I've actually been thinking about it, but I know that's gonna be... I don't know if I can make a good game by myself. I would probably need to work with a programmer because it's like programming is another skill, right? I can probably help with the art direction and the story and all that, and that might be really fun. But yeah, actually, maybe in the future, that'll be fun. Like using like Ira and Kuro, maybe an Adventurers Guild game. That might be fun to make. But I'll definitely need to work with a programmer of some sort who actually knows how to program. Because I don't. For a video on this channel, I actually programmed like a visual novel game. Did you guys, I don't know if you guys remember it. There was what is it? There was the hair tutorial. In the hair tutorial, right? I made like a visual novel, and I actually used like a visual novel program. So hold on, I'll pull it up. Okay. There's an ad. 1 second. Okay. So it's this. don't know if you guys saw the hair tutorial. It's in the how to color anime hair for beginners. Let me see if I can get the desktop audio. Give me 1 second. I hope you guys hear that. By the way, if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, do subscribe so you don't miss out when I make a new one. With the light. So that was the hair tutorial. I don't know if you guys remember or watched it at all. これめっちゃ笑いました。見てくれたの？ありがとう。これね、作ったんですね。一からそのゲーム。この動画のために。なんか、結構視聴者さん、他の視聴者さんも喜んでくれました。僕もこれ作るのに楽しかった。本当に。コメントでね、みんな、何これおもろとか。Easiest game. Happy birthday. Thank you. Getting older. Yeah. 1-year-old demon cat. Ira's last name? To be revealed. This was using not Renpy. It wasn't using Renpy. It was using some other program, I think. Yeah, visual novels are really easy to make. Definitely 3mm, obviously 1mm. Yeah, the Doki Doki, right? Yeah, Doki Doki is like the one that made VN's big. It was the big VN novel. Came back to this vid multiple times. Great to hear. That was helpful. But yeah, so the things I do for videos to make videos interesting. Also, I get to I get to try out making a game while making a video, which was so fun. A fun way to learn skills. Yeah. But yeah, video games I'll always be interested in. Do you guys know like there's videos on like game GDC, game development conferences, and they talk about like game design and like they have all sorts of topics from like art style, art direction, to game balance, to how designers think about creating games, and like gamer psychology. And there was a time when I binge watched every single video. It's like a hobby of mine to learn about game and game design because I've always been interested in it. So I don't know if you guys know the game like Warcraft 3. When I was a kid, I used to make maps in Warcraft 3, and that was like my hobby. And I just made maps, and I just made them. I found it more fun than playing the game. Yeah, and maybe that's like part of my childhood coming up. It's like making games is fun. Yeah. So yeah, maybe in the future games that'll be fun, especially if I can collaborate with a game dev or something. That might be cool, or some company or whatever, right? But yeah, very fun. If you made a game, what would you name it? Depends on the game, right? It'll probably do with the Adventure Guild. I like the setting as well, and this is the setting of us here as well. Yeah, they're really interesting, especially how to design art for games. Yeah, there was some really cool stuff on like art design. I think Blue Archive had a GDC episode as well. So Blue Archive appeared in GDC and they talked about how they design it. And they're like, there was a part of them on like how they purposely made gachikoi. I don't know how to explain it in English because they explain it in Japanese, I think. It's like gachikoi, and then like how they make the characters' faces closer. So like, and they studied the psychology of like what makes attraction, like people attracted to other people, and they implement it in like their game design and their visual elements. And it's like how women blink more than men. Like I don't know how many times they blink on average, and then they incorporate in the game and all that. So I thought that was really interesting. Tanjabi omedetou. Arigatou ne. Not NP. It's like another engine. I think it wasn't NP though. I remember it's not NP. Have you tried game design contests and stuff? Nah. Because maybe in the future, who knows? It'll be fun to like design a game. It's like fun to do. You're a multi-talented artist. I just have many interests, and that can be an asset. It can be a strength, and it can also be a flaw, which is you get distracted by many things. It's like shiny object syndrome, right? It's like, oh, this is fun. This is interesting. This is fun. And then, but to get anywhere, you kind of need to focus your attention and time on one thing, right? To learn or like get good at something. So it's like, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Hey Ari, have you given up video games? Are you still play it? I still play games now. When I was like, there was a time when I stopped all games. So I've kind of like balanced my game playing. So I used to be quite addicted to the games, like not healthy addicted. I played a lot of Dota. So I played a lot of Dota, and then I played a lot of Overwatch. Then I played hold on, I played a lot of Dota. Then I played a lot of Overwatch. I can't remember, but there was a period where I played a lot of Hearthstone. Hearthstone was the only game where I like card games, like Hearthstone, which is the Blizzard's card game. I reached legend rank in that, so that's like the one game that I was like high ranked or like got really good at skill wise. Yeah, so I played a lot of that, and then there was a time when like, oh god, I'm playing too much games, and I stopped completely. And then I've started to slowly let it back in my life, and it's like finding a good balance of that. Cause I found that playing games, especially with art, I like, right? Like the thing I was talking about with Shadowverse. It's like reconnecting and seeing the art motivates you to do more art. That was something that I might have lacked a bit when I was like grinding art. And it's like so much focusing on the technical and the grind, because that is pretty important in drawing. But then you let go of what motivated you in the first place to start art. And because art is also expression, right? It's not just technique. So like beginners, when they start art, they're like have a million things to express, but they don't have the technical skills to express it. So then you learn the technical skills, but then you learn that there's quite a lot of technical skills to learn, and then you get in the grind of technical skills, and then you can go so far in the other direction that you forgot what you want to express, and you're just like, I'm a technical skill person. But you need both, because that's what makes art interesting. ガチ恋の概念分かるのはなかなかですね。ガチ恋。かなりそのオタク用語は分かるんですよ。ガチ恋とか。そのブルーアカのゲームデザインの話してたんですけどね、その GDC というゲームコンファレンスで、そのガチ恋距離の心理学を投用した話があった。で、それについて話してました。Omari, I haven't. I know I've seen it on Steam, like the name pop up. I didn't get to play it. Hey, thank you for giving your soul. Now we shall start our training on drawing anime cat girls. Relatively correct. Actually, 100% correct. 100% accurate. You're so chill. I can't imagine you raging in Dota. Did I rage in Dota? Let me think. I'm pretty sure I raged in Dota. Maybe I'm like a silent rager. I boil, I seethe in the inside, but no one knows. Or have you struggled with art block at some point? How do you combat it? So for me, because if you watch my like 10,000 hour video, or was it 11? Yeah, the 11,000 hour video thing. I talked about how I made drawing. My goal was to like draw a certain number of hours a day. And that actually prevented art block from happening, because my only goal was to just draw and put the time in. And because like if you're putting in the time, you might as well make art. That kind of prevents the art block from happening, because you're just there to show up and put in the work. And I find that's really helpful. But I did get to a point where I was like only focusing so much on the technical skills that I forgot what I want to express, and that was quite painful. And in a sense, like I'm still discovering like more of the expression side, what I want to express in art. It's probably it's like, it's kind of this stuff I'm drawing like with Kuro and Aira. I quite like the like the cat ear kind of theme as well, and the Adventurers Guild. It's like slowly discovering that over time, that kind of thing. But yeah, so that's been fun, and I've just been like trying that out, and yeah, connecting to games can be healthy if you can manage it, balance it with like drawing and all that. So, but yeah, there is a lot of technical skills to learn if you're looking for that one. Yeah. Okay, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to today. I don't know, you had like, what's the time right now? Because we had like some Q&A from last time that I didn't get to answer. But depends on the time. How long has the stream been so far? It has been just an hour? Or maybe you can like, or maybe you can like look at Shadow. Or maybe you can admire the art in Shadowverse. Yeah. I'm quite open to it. Yeah. One question I have is, what stage of the art journey are you guys in right now? That's quite something I want to know. Are you guys like, most of you are in the beginner stage or in the intermediate stage? That's something I'm interested in knowing. I feel like most people here would be in between the beginners and the intermediate stage. But it's interesting because I think a lot of my videos early on was for intermediate. So recently I've been making more beginner stuff. So I don't know, maybe there's more beginners these days. 6 months, 6 months-ish? 6 months is a good time. Beginner, polishing technical skills. Keep drawing Sage. Cues. Happy birthday. Thank you. 1 year. Pretty beginner. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much time you put in. Intermediate. I think it's like there's no clear criteria when you're beginner or intermediate. I feel like when you have a sense of what to do, you're an intermediate. Like as a beginner, you're probably like super lost on what to draw now. Yeah. Draw cube. Yeah, beginners. Yeah, there's like super beginners, and then there's like beginner, and there's like beginner going to intermediate, and then there's intermediate. But I thought I was in, like, it depends. Everyone's standard's a bit different, right? Because when I thought I was intermediate, people were like, no, you're like advanced. I'm like, I don't know what the standard is. I think I'm intermediate. Yeah, I mean, there's no clear standard, right? I feel, but I do think it's like, you get, let's see. If you've kind of learned the fundamentals and you've kind of got the gist of things, you're probably transitioning to intermediate. As an intermediate, you kind of draw decently well. What separates intermediate from advanced then is just the polish. I think, like the skills. It's just putting in more of the time and the hours. Yeah, the way to deal with art block is to focus more on just like, I'm here to show up and like put in time and just draw a bit. I feel like that's the way you get over art block. It's like, one thing I started to do more these days is like, my only goal is to like do the things I said I was going to do today. I found that really helpful because if you're the type that tends to get like stressed out on like things to do, and it's like, oh, I have to do good. It's like, just set like 3 tasks to do for the day, and like all I have to do is these 3 tasks, whether it's like, I don't know, practicing drawing for 30 minutes, or maybe you're doing other things as well. Oh, duh, I'm intermediate, thank you. Alright, do you have any tips on line practice on tablets? I practice a lot, but I draw, my lines are still wobbly. First of all, have you set up your program correctly? After that, make sure first your settings are correct. Maybe like this, you know, like your things connected is wrong. Like wobbly shouldn't be a bit too of a problem, but who knows? Maybe it's just you need to put more practice in making lines. So you can just like practice drawing lines. Literally practice drawing straight lines, and that will improve. Yeah, if you do that like every day for like a week. Like spend 10 minutes every day for a week practicing drawing a straight line across the page. That'll help you. Emotions. Yeah, figuring what to draw. Yeah, I got that. It's like ideas, right? So it's like sometimes it's good to hold an idea bank, which is like store up ideas. But it really depends on the process. Like art is so personal to many artists, so it's like there's as many ways to draw as there are artists, is a saying I've heard, which I quite like. So you might have your own process for ideation, but I tend to have like an idea storage, and I also keep inspiration and references for when I want to draw. But lots of the time it's like you just start drawing and then you make something out of it, right? Like if you put random sketches and try to make something out of it, it's one way. So okay, there's this great framework I learned when I was learning writing. Like, yeah, one of the things I learned was how to do writing, like fantasy writing. One of the hundreds of things I learned. And one of the concepts was that there's a discovery writer and there are outliners. So an outline writer, they have to make an outline before they start writing their novel or their book or their story. So they make like the plot points, like, okay, this is the intro, and this is like the first arc, second arc, you know, and this is the conflict that's gonna happen, and then this is the resolution, and they have like an outline for each plot of the story. Then they write. Then a discovery writer, how they write is that, okay, I'm just gonna write words on a page and I'll see what comes out of it. That's how a discovery writer writes. They kind of just improv on the fly and then just like blah, 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 right? And then it comes out. And then you can also do a hybrid, whereas you outline the key points and then you discovery write in between them, and then you change your outline as you go, like that. I feel like art can be the same thing as well. That's like applicable to art, which is that you can be the type that like has clear things you want to draw, or you set it out completely. And then there's some people who's like discovery drawing, right? You kind of just draw stuff on the page and see what comes out. Or maybe you find you do a hybrid where maybe you get like reference for the pose. I want to draw this kind of pose maybe. Or maybe just like drawing, if you're good enough, maybe you can draw poses from your head and then just draw the poses on that. Yeah, so maybe that you can think, are you like a planner, or are you like a discovery drawer? The terms I've heard is like architect versus the gardener, right? The architect plans it out and the gardener just tends to the plants. Yeah. Selamat ulang tahun. Terima kasih. Hands vid, I'll think about it. I haven't made a hands vid before. That could be something. Yeah, there's a lot of videos I want to make. Ori, when did you start learning Japanese? I learned Japanese like ages ago. So like long time now. So I learned it in school, and then I also learned it in uni because I was a Japanese teacher, and before I was an artist. And then I did a degree doing majoring in like Japanese and teaching, and then I came out as an artist. So it's like, yeah, that's like the winding path I took. But I've learned it for a long time. If you're asking in terms of how to get good at it, practice is really important for language speaking. And if you can go to Japan and do exchange study, that's the best way. You can learn faster in about 6 months of exchange than you can do in about 4 years of like school like classroom learning. It's just so fun. Immersion is just OP when it comes to language learning. Like immersion is OP. I don't know what Artfight is. Hi, I am a VTuber and also an artist from Thailand. Your inspiration. Thank you. Nice to see other VTubers. I get other VTubers following me and all that, see my content as well. That's fun. And it's really cool to see like VTubers growing in like, you know, the Ian space as well. Haruhi Aisaka, how's making your course going? Anticipation is crippling and I can't draw anymore until you release it. Thanks for the super chat. How's it going? I mentioned this earlier in the stream. It's like I've been working on it every day. It's my top priority. So I've been turning down a lot of things to work on it, so I have time to work on it. So yeah, definitely this year. And I don't know how many percent to say, because I've done a lot of the lessons and I need to finish the rest of the lessons, and then I'm going to like edit it, like make sure everything's, you know, like really good and polished and all that. So, but it'll be out within this year, like within this year. I'll definitely get it out within this year. I don't have a date yet because I'm not sure how much polish. I want to make sure it's really good. So yeah, just look forward to it, but just not like it's my top priority, and it's like I work on it every day. Yeah. Would you like to learn another language? Yeah. Like, I don't know if I have time though. Like, that's the thing, is like I know how much time it takes to learn a language to get good at, like, because I learned Japanese, right? And I know how much work and time it took to get good at Japanese. I'm like, I don't know if I have enough time to learn another language. It's like I'm already learning so many things. It's like a time thing. But I love languages. It's like really fun. Like, for example, Korean has quite similar grammar. I don't know if it's grammar structure. But it has a lot of similarities with Japanese, so I could probably pick that up. Okay. So I mean, like Chinese, right? I can read kanji, Japanese kanji. So it's like when I took the Chinese class in uni, it's like I was able to, like, my reading was like on really good because it's like I could just read the kanji. I'll get a job to buy that. Yeah, it'll be worth it. Like, if you decide to get it, it'll be worth it, and it'll save you more time. So, like, it will at least save you 100 hours. I can pretty much say that. It's like, it'll at least save you 100 hours in your journey. And if you plan, if for example, it takes 10,000 hours to get really, really good at something, then I'm hoping the course can shave off at least 1,000 hours. Like if you're doing the whole 10,000 hour things, like, my goal is to help, like, so organize, like, the learning, so it's like shaves off 1,000 hours. That's my ambitious goal. But I know that at the very least, it'll help you, like, shave 100 hours. So it'll be worth your time, right? If you work maybe, I don't know, 10 hours at your job to get it, and you save 100 hours, I think that'll be, you'll get, like, really good value, like a time trade for that. It's like, yeah, that's how I kind of thought about things as well when I was learning art. Because so when I was not able to do commissions and, like, make money from drawing and, like, what I did before, I did a part-time job. So in my case, I taught Japanese. I did tutoring, right? And my calculation was that if so I'm a big believer in, like, investing in education, right? And, like, learning stuff. So, and I just thought, like, hey, if I, like, spend, like, I don't know, a few hours, like, working my part-time job, but then I can save more hours because I buy this course in my art journey, or, like, whatever thing I'm trying to learn. This makes sense as a time trade. Yeah, that was kind of like the calculation I made. And when I'm trying to decide if I want to invest in learning something, or, like, self-education, but that's just my point of view. That's different for everyone, but yeah, my point. I'm just a big believer in, like, learning and, like, investing in education and all that. But yeah, it'll be different for everyone, and yeah, you do you. it's like that kind of thing. Tips on learning Japanese? I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I learned Korean before, so it's awkward when I start learning Japanese. It can get in the way. There's interference. Yeah, that's actually an interesting concept. So there's things you can learn, not just, so this applies to skills in general. There's things you can learn early in the journey that will get in your way of learning further skills because they taught you the wrong thing. This is, no one really talks about this, so this is actually an interesting topic to talk about. And you have to be aware of it. So a big part of learning is unlearning, right? No one talks about this. This is a great topic. No one talks about it, but an important part of learning is unlearning, which is unlearning unuseful things or untrue things that you learned before, which can get in the way and, like, create bias, or, like, so for example, imagine you learned that it's like you learn like a fundamental thing, but you learned it the wrong way, and you use that wrong knowledge to do everything else. And because you had the wrong knowledge, everything else was, like, kind of, like, faulty or not the best thing you could do, right? It takes time to unlearn that because, like, you always thought it was true. So one of the most insidious, or, like, the difficult things when it comes to learning is, like, making like first getting the right information, and if you've got the wrong information, it's like learning how to unlearn that and not do it. So I don't know, let's use an example. Let's say you're, like, learning, let's use art, of course. let's say you learn like perspective wrong for some reason, right? Like no one taught you how to do perspective correctly, or maybe you learned it but you mislearned or misremembered something, and you're like, okay, maybe like 3-point perspective is like uses this, and then your horizon lines are not correct, or your vanishing points are not correct, right? But you always believe that to be true, and you drew everything else for like a year or so that way, and then a year later it's like, why am I getting this all wrong? And you realize, oh crap, I learned it the wrong way. And then that habit learning is like unlearning a habit, right? That can be a pain, because sometimes it's like, wait, but this fundamental is like this means this information, like this information is wrong, but then it was the fundamental you learned that was wrong. It's like, oh god, it gets in the way. But yeah. Happy birthday, thank you. Yeah, well, just thought that was a fun topic to have. Maybe I can do, I don't know, if I ever get a good insight on that, maybe I'll turn that as part of a video to talk about like the stuff. These are concepts from meta learning. So learning how to learn is called meta learning, and it's an important skill because you can apply it to everything. Happy birthday, Ori, you helped me a lot. Thanks, happy to hear that. Ori, have you ever animated? Haven't, but I'm curious because it's close to drawing. I'm almost finished studying anatomy. I only have the head and hair left. Do you think I should move on to color theory? You should move on to whatever you're most curious or what you're most interested. How to connect cubes without messing up perspective? Use horizon lines and vanishing points properly. You shouldn't. It's like, you know, you have a horizon line and you have vanishing points, then you draw the cube. I don't know how you're messing that up. You're messing it up unless you draw the cube first, then you add the horizon lines. Yeah, beginner mindsets. Krita, I get a lot of questions about, what do you call it? Art programs, right? How many of you use Clip Studio, and how many of you use Photoshop, and how many, well, what programs do you guys use? Because I use Clip Studio. I'm yet to try other stuff because, you know, it's another learning thing. I have tried a bit of like Medibang Paint. I've tried, I have Procreate on my iPad, but I have not tried Krita, although I've heard a lot of artists use it because it's like their free entry. But if you're like a beginner, just use Krita, and then but I would say Clip Studio is the best one for anime art. It's just so good. It's OP. Clip Studio is just OP for anime art. It has everything you need at this point. Like even the 3D models is really good. It used to not be that way. It used to not be that way, but they've gotten really good at it. It's like it's currently what I'd recommend if you want to do anime art more, because it's just OP what they can do. Procreate's great on the iPad. Yeah, so good. Photoshop's still good. Hey Ping, we talked about like the early prize. So you got to mention earlier in the stream. Krita and CSP feels very different. CSP I imagine would be more simplified and easier to use. Maybe I'll have to make a video like comparing the art programs, or maybe someone's already made a video on that. But maybe if you guys, if people are really wondering about it, maybe I can make a comparison video. CSP is great. CSP is great. I can recommend it. I only have good things to say about it because I've also been using it for ages. So I was Photoshop, and then I moved to CSP because it was just better for anime art. Photoshop and Krita make my head turn too complicated. Photoshop has so many freaking functions. So many functions. I get it. Yeah, it has so many functions. It's like a Swiss knife when all you really want is like one knife. You don't need everything. Yeah. Do you have a plan for Ori and Ira Halloween Christmas toggles? Maybe in the future. Right now, maybe if I start to stream more, then you know, like we can have different outfits. Yeah. Right now, I'm definitely, because as you know, there's a lot of people asking for the course. Like that's my #1 priority. And maybe I'll stream more in the future once my projects like kind of, I'm working on lots of projects as well in the hood. And there's lots of upcoming projects that I'm like, like, I'm like, yeah, time management. I'm already like turning down a lot of things, a lot of projects to focus, so I can actually get meaningful progress on the ones I have right now. But yeah. Everyone starts with paper. I started with paper. Yeah. I mean, I drew. I started sketching at school, and then I had a really crappy tablet. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. But yeah. So let's see. Maybe you can do a bit of Q&A. This was oh, I guess we're already doing Q&A because you guys are basically asking questions in the chat. I don't mind that. I'm quite open. This is literally like just a chatting stream. I don't even remember what questions we had. There might be like, I think there's probably still some things in the slide where it's like, congratulations on 200k, because it's like I haven't like moved the things. But let me see if there's like anything interesting in the marshmallow that might be fun to answer. Yeah. Marshall's fun. I have to log into it. Maybe not. Let me just quickly see what questions I had there. I replaced Horizon Lines of Made whereas RIP. Go see the video. There's in the quest video I made, right? The 7 quest video I made. There's like how to draw Horizon Line and box should be there. Oh no, you'll have to wait for the course. Oh no, I have marshmallow from before. Favorite snack? Dark chocolate. I eat way too much dark chocolate. 90% dark chocolate as well. Like, I find sugar screws me up. So it's like 90% dark chocolate is great because it's not too sugary. Yeah. How many of you guys are doing art as a hobby? And how many of you guys are doing it as more like a professional thing that you're interested in? I'm curious to know. That's why I need the cards. Yeah, I'm working hard on it every day. I know. I will get it out. It will be out. I will be working hard. Yeah, the rigor is the same one as yours, Sama's rigor. Hobby, not professional later. That's right. Good. Yeah, it's my birthday today. 21st. Hobby for now? Yeah, it's great as a hobby. Art is great as a hobby. And it's also great as work, but it can be just like any work, it can also be stressful as work. And it's definitely more of the competitive fields to get into, because any field that tends to be quite funnish to do, you know, like esports or even like, you know, like streaming, because it's fun to do, it tends to be more competitive. So just keep that in mind, and it's a great approach to like it as a hobby, like, you know, like because you like to do it, you do it, and then you can explore the professional opportunities as well. Some people would like, it depends on who you are as well. Some people are more like calculated with their approach. Yeah, it sounds less fun professionally. That's true. It's like, let's see. I've seen some artists that really suffer when they turned art into a job, and it's like commission, right? And they stop having fun because they like to do it. They like doing the thing as the thing, you know, it's like drawing what they like. And then when you do a commission, you have to draw for other people, right? And I've seen some people suffer with that because it's like, it becomes a job and they hated it because it's like turning their hobby into a job. Some people are really cool with that. I'm like in between. I don't mind it. Sometimes I don't mind it, but I also like, it's just so much fun to draw for yourself and draw what you want. That's like it can't be helped, right? It can't be helped. That's what I can. That's what I can say. Yeah. So when you do it for work, there's feedback, and then there's specs that you have to meet, and you have to do like like communication, emails, and all that, because you're literally doing it for work, right? So you're like a freelancer, and it's just like a job. And then you have to correct stuff, and maybe you're like, oh no, but this might make it worse, and but you do what your job is to make the client happy, not like a successful job is making the client happy with what their vision is. So yeah, so there's trade-offs. The good thing is you get to do it. Nah. Happy birthday, thank you. So it depends, but it's also really fun to do it as work, because it's a fun activity to do, right? It's rewarding in itself. And one of the things I always like, one of the biggest breakthroughs you'll get for the people who are like in their professional side is like getting to a point where you can get paid to learn. So if you're doing commissions, you're literally getting paid to learn, right? Because you get to paid to do the thing, which is good. How long are you gonna stream? Maybe not. Just a bit more. Yeah, because this is like I don't really have much planned, and then we kind of had already a lot of the talkings. Yeah. Let's see. There's some. Maybe we can do a few questions with the marshmallow, and then yeah. I also kind of want to show you like the art in Shadowverse, because it's really cool. And if you guys would be interested in that, like they updated the art from like old Shadowverse, and it looks more modern. Oh yeah, one thing when you're studying game art is you have to remember that game development takes a few years. So the art styles that you study in games are actually a few years old. So it's like if it comes out in 2025, it might have been in development in 2022. So you're getting art style from 3 years ago actually. So that's actually something you want to pay attention to, the game dev time. Yeah. So let's do a bit more marshmallow, and then maybe we can just look at the art in Shadowverse if you guys are for it, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see. How do I operate this thing? Oh, it's not working. Yeah. Have you ever had too much on your plate at once? How do you manage those times and choose the development direction that's best for professional development? So there's two types, I think. There's, for the person asking this, is like, if you're doing normal work and then you're doing art as a hobby, and then you're doing like the art thing, then it's like, making time for art even if you're busy. But if I don't know if this person's like a professional and they have too many projects to do and too many emails coming in, as like, which I completely understand. It's like the best way I decide is to, let's see. It depends, right? You have to say no to a lot of things. So at the start, your game plan is to say yes. Like take every opportunity to learn to draw, to take every professional opportunity. And then at some point you have too many things, and the game plan is to say no to everything. It's like no. So you can make time for the most important things. So it's actually a matter of priority. Yeah. So you need to know what's most important to you and what you want to do, and then you have to decide from that. Yeah, learning to say no is really important. Later on, at the start, it's just taking doing as much as you can actually. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. I like Shadowverse art in 2010, 2021. I haven't seen the first one, but I guess it's more modernized, because I saw the Rage of Bahamut art, which is older, but it's still kind of it's like painterly, so it ages well. What's your favorite video game character? Oh, that's hard to say. Like, there's so many great ones, right? If it's anime character, I think I've said before, like anime. If it's anime, like one of my favorites is like Steins Gate. Steins Gate is like one of my favorite ones. Yeah. Let's go next one. there any kind of project you would really like to work on? Designing a character for your favorite game or having your artwork shown in a place specialty? At this point, I'm not too sure. Like, actually, there's a lot of personal projects I want to do. I'm actually not too sure. It's like, yeah, my goals have changed a lot since I started. Ooh, I love Makise. Makise Krisu. Yeah, Makise Krisu, great character. But yeah, character design's fun. I might, who knows? Yeah, I'm still open to this. It's like, I used to plan like goals and like long-term goal setting and all that, but I find that my goals change too fast too often because it keeps changing every time circumstances change. So I'm like, short-term goals are a bit more useful. So it's like, finish the thing. It's like, there's a useful saying where it's like, as you walk the path, the next path lights itself. So it's like, you don't need to worry about 10 steps, but every time you take one step, you can see the next step clearly. And then that's all you have to worry about. Because if you think about it too much, you can get paralyzed. Have you watched Freerun? Freerun's good. Everyone should watch it. Freerun's great. Love it. I watched Jujutsu Kaisen. Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen's great. Yeah. Has there ever been a time where you've been at a loss on where you take your art next? I feel as though I hit that wall and can't improve on the aspects I want to get better at. Any recommendations? I think I have. Yeah, I definitely have. I usually tend to learn other things. Like, I focus on the next skill, essentially. So like there was a time I got stuck, and then and then I learned 3D, and then I went back to the art and the illustration, and then I think I got stuck, and then I started learning concept art, and then I brought it back. I don't know. I kept changing up. That's probably not the most efficient way, but it's a fun way, and you get to learn like sub skills, and you get to combine it in unique ways. So at the aspects. So if it's like, yeah, if you're learning by yourself, it can be tough because I mean the fastest way is get another artist that's doing what you want to do and get their feedback. That's like the fastest way, but that's really hard to get. That's really rare. So the next one is to, I guess, do studies is the next thing. It's like do studies and learn the next skill you gotta do. Yeah. Bottleneck identification practice, exactly that. Oh, Made in Abyss, I haven't finished it. I watched a bit of it and then for some reason I didn't pick it back up, but I've heard it's really good. Everyone tells me to watch it. Yeah, switching and learning things can be a good refreshing thing. Just a fun question. What are your favorite genres of music you listen to when you're doing art or when you're studying something? Okay, so I used to. So these days, so I'll give you two answers. First of all, these days, I listen to Persona jazz music. So Persona 5, like the cafe music is like jazz music. I listen to that as my BGM, and then I also listen to. Recently, I also started putting Princess Connect background music into my playlist. Because I used to play Princess Connect quite a bit and I really enjoyed it. And their background music's really chill. It's like really fun vibes. But before that, I used to listen to like this music that was like tailored to not distract your brain. Because sometimes when you need to focus, right, it's like if the music's too loud. So first of all, no vocals in the music. If the music has vocals, it can be really distracting. But even BGM, if it's like too fast-paced, too noisy, too much like that, it can also be distracting and it can stop you from like learning or focusing on the task, and it just makes doing the task longer, right? So then I was listening to this music that was tailored for the brain, which is okay. It's not real music, but it's okay and keeps you focused. But these, it's like, so I used to listen to that, and that's what I listened to before. But these days, I'm either listening to like the Persona jazz music or like sometimes I just listen to white noise. I put on noise cancelling headphones and just put on white noise, and then that helps me focus if I really want to focus. Yeah. Let's see. I think a lot of the Q&As like I'm looking at the Q&A that's come up. A lot of it's like learning Japanese and stuff we actually talked about in the stream. So I don't know if you need to go through anymore because a lot of them is actually, yeah, repeating. Solo leveling's great. I watched it. Hi, Ari-sensei. Hello. That's okay. I feel that if I listen to music, I can get distracted, but if there's sounds, I can get in the middle. I get it. Yeah, I know. So first you should try no vocals. If no vocals is still too annoying, then white noise maybe. Yeah, it's a hard balance. So if you're more beginner, right, everything's new to you and everything's learning. And that's when you want to focus more on this, on stuff that. Okay, so the real answer, the real nerdy answer is that in learning there's a thing called cognitive load. Cognitive load is how much stuff you can have in your brain at one time. So if your brain can process 10 things at once, the optimal way, so let's say your brain can do 10 things at once, right? Your load is 10. If you can do 10 things, that's optimal and your brain's focused and engaged doing it. If you only do one thing, there's not enough things for your brain to do and they'll start wandering and it'll get distracted and your brain will go blah, 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 butterfly and what, you know, like, oh, this, and you start thinking random things and then you can't get focused because there's not enough things. If you have 12 things on your plate, your brain gets overheated. You have too many things in your brain, too much load. And you can't focus and like, you become slower at all the things you do. So it becomes not efficient. So you want to get the optimal cognitive load, right? Okay, now, so what happens is when you're a beginner, everything's new to you, everything's learning. So then everything maxes out in cognitive load. Like learning how to draw a line in perspective, learning how to draw a box perspective, that maxes out your cognitive load. So you're like at a 10 and you can't add more. So if you add music, you'll get distracted. As you get better, as you learn how to draw that box, drawing a box now doesn't take 10 cognitive load. As you get better, it'll become like 5 load, or maybe 2 load, or maybe 1 load. And at some point it's just 0 because you remember how to do it. It's like, you know, it's just in memory now. Then you can start listening to music. You can augment it with music. And then you're like, okay, I want to add music to add more load. So I become more efficient. So this is where you get like, so here's the thing, right? If you ask professionals or other artists, this question of what music you listen to, what advice they give for them might not work for you because the cognitive load is not the same. So if you ask an artist who's been drawing like 10, 20 years, right? It's pretty much like muscle memory at that point. Drawing is like, everything's like memory. It's easy. It's like, you know, they already have every framework for drawing established. And basically they can listen, they can talk, they can like do other stuff. Basic multitask, because drawing is basically like muscle memory at that point to them, right? So then that cognitive load is 0. So they need to add lots of cognitive load so they work efficiently. That's where it's like they maybe they stream, they talk, or maybe they listen to music, right? So you need to figure out what that is for you. So for me, like when I was learning in the start, I couldn't have other music because just learning, doing anything drawing was high cognitive load. Now it's like the other way around. I add music, and it makes me focus on drawing better because it's like lower cognitive load because I've kind of memorized, or muscle memory. It's like how should I say it? It's like I know how to draw. It doesn't take much load to do it, and then I can start doing other things as well. And that's just part of the learning journey. So yeah, and that's the real answer. That's the real answer, and that's like, you know, fundamentals of learning, which I think is going to be useful for you guys. Yeah, it's more useful than saying listen to this and it'll make you focus, because that's not true. There's, you know, it's like learning about learning like this is important because it makes you more efficient. Yeah, happy birthday. Thank you. I just started my drawing journey. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, take as much time as you want to learn fundamentals. If I'm learning, I don't listen to anything, but if I'm just creating, I'll listen to music. Yeah. If it's not like too much cognitive load, then listening to music can optimize it so you get like 10 out of 10, right, in the cognitive load. So if you like drawing and it's like, oh, this is like a 6, then you add 4 to your load by adding music. And music with vocals have higher cognitive load. You know, heavy metal music that's loud, fast, more cognitive load. And then like, you know, like piano, classical music is low. But yeah, that's like the really nerdy answer. Yeah. Everybody, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, maybe there's a bit of time. Maybe we'll end it at like on the clock, but maybe we can show Shadowverse and just look at the nice art there. Because whatever, it's like this is a casual stream anyway. That's okay. You don't need to, you know. Thanks for popping in. Don't worry about it. This is like a casual chatting stream. It's like we're just gonna do. We've been doing like lots of things, like talking updates and then Q&A, and maybe we'll just like chill and look at some nice art in games right now. Let's see if we can get it up. I have not actually streamed the game. Oh no, I have streamed. I've streamed ZZZ before. This is it. This is it. 1 second. I think it's this one. Damn, I don't remember how to do this. Let's see, OBS settings. Game capture. Might not be game capture. It's not game capture. Might be window. It's a window capture. Got it. Okay. It's nice. Like the art's more modern, as you can see here. It's very modern. Is it frozen in the stream? Yeah, the art's very nice. Let me know. Is it frozen in the stream? Is the game moving? Game sound a bit too loud? I'll put it down. Is that better? This is Shadowverse. It's a new game that came out from Cygames. It's their sequel to their old anime card game, and I really like the art. Game is frozen. Oh no! Why is the game frozen? I'll restart the game. Not working anymore. What? 1 second. Okay, I think that's working. There we go. The stream was broken. Sorry. The OBS, yeah. This is what you get when I haven't streamed in ages. It's like I'm still trying to figure OBS out. That's why it's like I say streaming is a skill as well. It's like the skill of OBSing. Working now? Yay! Yeah, so if you look at the art, it's really nice. I'm quite sad they don't show the illustrators. Like, I want to know who draws it. Maybe that's just because I'm an artist and I like art. So like, I wish they put the illustrator. They put the voice actors, but they didn't put like the illustrators. So it's like, it's very updated, right? But they keep their like very, what is it? Painterly style. So like it's really nice. There's like the moe style as well, and then they have like the more painterly, kind of like, it feels like a visual novel style. Not visual novel, light novel style. Happy birthday, thank you. Yeah, it's a damn demon cat. Iris too cute. Your eyes will go to her. And they have like the evolution as well, right? The evolved version, and so you can hear the voice. But sadly they don't tell you the artist. Like I wish we can see the artist. For us art people who like art. Yeah. So it's a card game as well. So you put stuff on the board. Yeah, really nice art. It strikes something in me where it's like just collecting and seeing the art is fun for me, and like admiring the art, right? It's very fun for me. And this is why like I think like sometimes playing games can be beneficial as well. Like you like having fun. Like this is so nice. Yeah, game dev. So I think I'm not sure if they're Cygames has an in-house art team. I'm pretty sure because like their Princess Connect team is all in-house. Oh, you're right. Maybe it's all in-house. Who knows? Maybe it's all in-house. That's why they don't like credit the artist, because if it's usually if they like. Oh no, there's some games who also like do commissions, like commission other artists, and then, but they don't note it as well because, yeah. So maybe it's in-house or maybe they commission. I'm actually not too sure. You're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe there's a wiki that shows it. You're right. So maybe it's not all in-house because there's usually that's way too much art. Like a card game has way too much art to do it all in-house, so, and they probably can't hire that many artists. So it's like they usually just commission it. Yeah, right. It's the nostalgia. Yeah, that's the exact feeling I get as well. The nostalgia, because I didn't play their Shadowverse game, but I played Cygames' older game, which is like the Rage of Bahamut, and that was the first time I saw anime illustration art. So it's like it strikes the vibes. It's like, ah, yeah, this is the first time I saw like anime art. It's like, it's great. We can do like a rank match. I'm like okay. Like I'm still like learning, but you know, I played Hearthstone before, so it feels kind of familiar. So like I have some. This one's like easy to play, so let's try it. Is the volume okay now? I know you guys said like the game volume was really loud. The UI is also more modern. Like it's really nice. It's very modern. I looked at their old game and it was so. It felt really old, right? It's amazing. It's really interesting. Like art and design evolves, even though we don't feel it day by day. But over like a few years, the art style evolves, and you can kind of really tell, right, when the art style is kind of old. It's really interesting, right? It's something we don't see at the day, but we see it like over a longer period of time. Oh no, is this is an aggro deck, but we have a solution. Volume's a bit small. I'll turn a bit up. But yeah, just admiring the art is really nice. It strikes the artist in me to just admire the art. This is an aggro deck. Let's see. Adds a skeleton, gives this Russian Bane. We want to play this, but it's an aggro deck, so we have to clear it. You need to give, yeah. Oh well, it's like a casual stream anyway. So yeah, whatever. So let's see, to draw a card, storm. So yeah, so their the win condition is to get the other person to 0, which is I think should be quite obvious, right? But aggro deck is really fast, and we're like a mid-range deck, which means we will want to play like cards and get to bigger cards. Let's see. Evolve. 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, the music. Yeah, the leader art is different. Oh wow, that will clear. This is not a good hand. We can evolve and we can deal 1. Oh, this is not a good hand. So we can do this and then this. Might drop a big card next. Ooh. Let's just use our mana. Yeah, their old leader style was also different, as the person mentioned. This one I remember is in the old one, in Rage as well. This character. The second. Yeah, I think we can clear the board. Yay. But yeah, feels very modern. And like what makes this game different than like their special thing with the card game is like you can evolve cards. This deck, the WinCon, is just putting big cards in because it's a ramp deck, so you can get more points to summon points than other decks. So this is like Dragon class, and you can summon units using play points. And the Dragon class can speed up the play points. The enemy though is using like an aggro deck, which is they put lots of cards down really fast and they try to get your HP down really fast. I might be wrong though. They might be like some kind of control deck, which is like they also want to play big cards. Because they're kind of slow, but we've been clearing out their units. They had lots of small units which we've been clearing out. But yeah. And as you can see, like the evolve art is really nice here as well. Like, super nice. Let's see. I think we just play another one of these. I think we can just clear as well. My favorite deck of all time is Sword Evo. We get free evolutions and evolve everything past the outside. Yeah, there's also the Sword class in this game as well, like in their new game. And each race has like a specific thing as well, which I thought was really nice to see. So yeah, that's like putting cards down and then winning is how the game goes. And mostly just admiring the art. Friendship, the only card gameplay is the Friendship Destructor, Uno. Oh yeah, good old Uno, the Friendship Destructor. Good old Uno. Evo. So what evolution does is that it adds stats, and Super Evo adds stats, but they can't be destroyed in your turn, so they don't take damage. So it's OP. Super Evo is super OP. Yeah, card games. They're for some people. They're I like card games because it's fun to like build decks and try different different classes and all that. But some people are more of like the like playing the fast-paced action. So, but it's like different games. Everyone can kind of enjoy. The nice thing about card games is there's RNG, like luck involved as well. So it's not. For better or worse, it's not 100% skill based, right? Which means that even beginners can still win, in a sense. So it's like it's not so hard. There you go. Yeah. But it's like everything else is like, as long as you kind of learn like basic strategies, you can win like that. But yeah, this was quite fun to play. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I played Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was young. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But Shadowverse is much easier to get into. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be broken, right? Like I know they had to like ban a lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because like it's like really broken. GG, yeah, GG won that. So yeah, that's how the game goes. It's quite fun to play. It's quite chill and like looking at like nice art. And you can also change stuff, right? Look at that. Yeah, there's also solo, right? There's story and there's practice. But the main thing of card games is playing other people, and that can there's like ladder anxiety, right? You can get anxious playing against other people. Saido, I could personally get into card games. Saido, don't you draw card game art? Or am I remembering the wrong person? Oh yeah, the one thing that's interesting about this is they have this thing called like the Shadowverse park, right? And it's like a space where like a lobby and you can see other people, right? And you can kind of like play games with other people and like spectate matches. I'm thinking like there's like a trend. I feel it's not so long in the future until we play games like VR or something, right? And everyone has a headset and you're just like playing with this. Because they also have like your home room kind of thing. This is Shadowverse, the new one that came out. Wrong person? Okay, yeah, sorry. Maybe it is the wrong person. Because I know there's someone who drew Ori and Ira, me and Ira, as a card game. Yeah, I might have been remembering the wrong person. But yeah, so you get your own room here and you can kind of invite friends. And what's interesting is in their friend one, they actually have like voice chat. So it's like you can do like Discord functions in the game, which I thought was really interesting. It's like how games are progressing. So it's like maybe in the future, like people are just gonna look at this in VR. Maybe we'll like, everyone's gonna paint in VR as well. And it's like, we're gonna like do Clip Studio, but in like VR and all that. There used to be turn 1 wins, yeah. Hey, I never really watched streams. I think I watched the stream the most, and I enjoyed. Happy birthday. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. All side games IP stuff, since habits. Makes sense. Interesting. So I played the last side games game I played was I played a bit of Uma Musume, the horse racing girl game. But I played Princess Connect. They had a guild, but they didn't have like voice chat. That's really new. Voice chat like in the guild, so you can like Discord. And like, yeah, I have a feeling. I don't know if you guys also watch like other VTubers, like Hololive VTubers, and I've been seeing like some of them do VR chat, and I have a feeling it's like the trend of like the digital stuff is going to go like more and more VR. I have a feeling, but then again, like I don't have a VR headset. I don't think most people have VR headsets, so that might be the only thing that gets in the way, because it might be a bit expensive to get a VR headset. But I do feel it's like things are transitioning this way. Like this would be amazing to see in VR, right? A world like this. This is Shadowverse, the game. Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah. Pretty enjoyable. And that's awesome. Like this stuff. Maybe you can do one more game. And then we'll stop there. Let's see one game. What games do you guys play? I'm curious to know. I think you guys mentioned earlier, like a lot of you play Star Rail. A lot of you guys play Star Rail. I think Blue Archive Red is another one I see often that people play. Or it's good foreplay. Oh, I don't know if I want to keep this. Maybe we can keep the 4. That seems greedy though. Yeah, if you link the old Shadowverse, so I don't have an old Shadowverse. I made one to link it so I can see the old art. And you can see the old art like that. Is Brown Dust the MMORPG? Minecraft, yeah. I know a lot of people that play it. And like the Factorio. Ghost of Tsushima is the samurai game, right? It's like the Dark Souls one. Star Rail and Genshin. How do you... oh man, the grind... That's quite grindy, like the Genshin one as well. Rhythm games, I used to play Project Diva. The Hatsune Miku rhythm game was fun. And I used to play a bit of Prosecco, the Gacha Miku game, because I really like Bugloid. Yeah, big Bugloid fan. It's like one of the things that got me into like anime fandom as well. Military style games, so Call of Duty I'm guessing. Honkai Impact, nice. I played Honkai Impact back in the day for a bit. And I tried it out recently as well, just to see like the new updates, right? Because they updated the new Honkai. And I have a friend who's really big in Honkai, so I have a friend that's like played Honkai since like launch, like forever, and he still plays it. He loves it. Azure Lane main, nice. Played lots of gacha games. Roblox, I haven't really played it. I know it's a big thing, and people make custom games. Elden Ring, oh, Dark Souls. Once I played Dark Souls and I couldn't beat the tutorial stage. Rip. Give it another try. I know people love it. Let's see, 3, 4, 4, 5. Current overflow. Give this 4. Oof. Am I going to regret playing the 5 and leaving that on? Maybe. Oh well. Yes, sir, you're correct. War Thunder. Kankole. Oh, Kankole. Yeah, that's a name. That's a game I haven't heard in a long time. Kankole. I'm glad they're still going on. Arc Knights. Yeah, it's great that people are still playing Arc Knights. Arc Knights is a great game. It's cool that you play Genshin with like your family. Just like that's a cool thing. Arc Knights is releasing Enfield, right? Their 3D version game. I think it's like a 3D action game. I'm looking forward to trying that out. Their end game. Enfield, Arc Knights Enfield. Like the trailers are looking cool. It's actually a bit of a hobby of mine to see like what sometimes like checking out like new games and like new gacha games. Cause I don't know. It's like it strikes my curiosity to see like how like things are evolving and like the style and what's like the trends. Maybe that's also important, right? To see what like the trends and like art styles is all going. Oh, this is not good. Don't have a good play. Oh, feels bad. Do we put this down or do we leave it? I feel like we leave it. Oh, such a waste though. 3 play points. Oh, bad face. Yeah, dude, they announced it ages ago, right? But good things take time. It takes ages to release. Intend on playing a gaming channel? Maybe like a hobby, like a side channel. I was thinking about it, like because most of the stuff that'll go in this channel will be art. Because I know most people like art. What is this? Select a card in your hand. Discard. Oh, this is board clear. Oh, this is not a good, but I need to put something down. This feels so bad. This feels terrible. Oh, this feels so bad. I think we just put things down to play. Feels so bad. We draw a card. Or do we leave it? This is the thing about card games, where it's like RNG, the luck can just screw you over. Do we draw a card, or do we just leave it? I think we just leave it. Oh, FGO, yeah! FGO is still running. I played, I completed like, you know, the first story, but then I didn't pick it back up after completing the first arc. FGO is so good though. Yeah, really memorable because that was when I started learning art, was when I was playing FGO as well, and you know, it was very inspiring. When this follower evolves, gain 1 max play point. We just evolve this then? We can play 9 on this. I think we just play this and hit base. Yeah, this feels really bad because we have like spells essentially in our hand and we can't do things. Feels bad. Brick turn, yeah. Sad. FGO grind is real. I'm a casual gamer, so I play lots, but right now it's Hoya games. That's all of you. That's cool. Epic 7, yeah, I've heard of Epic 7 as well. They had really cool animations back in the day when I saw it. I remember that. They have like an Exodia deck, so they're trying to get like 10 pieces, and they're trying to get they're trying to summon Gundam essentially. They're trying to summon Gundam, so if they have like all of these artifacts, they can summon Gundam and win the game. So I'm not sure what this effect does. It has -9. Does it kill all the enemy followers? This is why I'm confused, because if I get this strong, I'll lose. Feels bad, man. Let's see, 7 we can clear. Yeah. Let's see. I think we might lose, but or we can just do this, I think. Hit face, sad. There's an what? OTK 1 turn kill Gundam back in Shadowverse 1. Yeah, this is it essentially. Ah yes, Hearthstone nostalgia. Yeah, I used to play lots of Hearthstone. So this is my first time playing this kind of game, but it feels familiar to me because I played Hearthstone, and I reached Legend in Hearthstone, so it's like, so this feels very familiar. So it's like, yeah, I get it. But it's quite interesting because it's super fast paced if you come from Hearthstone. Like, and you get punished a lot for leaving a unit on the field because people can evolve it and like buff it up, so it's crazy. Feels bad. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna hope that this does what I think it does. Oh, it does. It does what I think it does. We draw 3 cards, or do we wait? I think we wait. Happy birthday! Hope your friends cover. Yeah, I actually went to see them before I started the stream. So I've had dinner with them, but my sleep schedule is messed up. So my dinner is actually like lunch. Like people's dinner is my lunch because I wake up like in a messed up sleep schedule. I think lots of artists also have messed up sleep schedules. Don't make too much made destroy our friendships. Yeah. Yeah, I used the Hearthstone quite a bit. It was fun. Oof. Oof. We're doing little things. Let's see, 6-4? Yeah. I think we 6-4 it. Green tea is awesome. I drink green tea every day. I love green tea. When I went to exchange to Japan, I was part of the tea ceremony club, so I learned how to make proper matcha. Oh god, they summoned Gundam. They summoned Gundam. You guys get to see me lose to Gundam now. Ah. Okay, we can clear the Gundam, but we'll have so little HP. And we want to evolve this. So evolve, clear, and we can cycle this. Oh, that's good. Okay, so let's evolve, clear this. What? Oh, what? We can't select it? Wait, no, we can't. But we can't select it. Feels bad. How come? Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Deal 5 damage. Storm, ward, aura. Oh, it has aura. Oh, we can't select it. Okay, we lost. Feels bad. We lost to Gundam. And we have to ward it. Feels bad. We lost the Gundam. Undertale? Yeah, I played Undertale. Undertale was good. One of the best games. Oh, you can't, because you can see the diamond overlay on the effect, it means you can't select the card effect. Thanks, I didn't know that. Yeah. Can't win the wall, yeah, feels bad. Anyway, that was fun. That was fun to get to play like this. Yeah. Okay, and I think I'll also end the stream here as well. That was fun to hang out. Thanks for hanging out in the stream and just chat. It was really fun to just chat with you all and share the updates. For the people just joining, thanks for joining. We're just about to end the stream. Yeah. And yeah, super fun to get to chat with you all and talk about art and talk about random things and the updates in the stream. And yeah, there'll be a new video coming out. So just to recap, there's a new video coming out towards the end of the month. Look forward to it. And as part of winning the Vtuber Election, I'll be making official merchandise with Brave Group, like this Vtuber group in Japan. And also I'll be in an advertisement in Akihabara in a billboard. Or I say advertisement, but it's like advertisement for me. It's like self-promo. It's weird. It's weird for me because I didn't expect to do something like that. So I'll be on a billboard in Akihabara in Japan for like a few weeks. Couple weeks. So you might see me there if you're in Japan in Akihabara sometime in the future. But yeah, thanks for joining. Had a lot of fun. Thanks again for the birthday wishes and people who gave super chats as well. That was very nice. And yeah, thanks for joining, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.